Hey, hello everyone, good evening. Hi, all about cricket. Hello. Hi, Chol Raj. I can see there are very unique names in the chat. Guys, am I audible and visible clearly? Just let me know in the chat real quick, please. Am I audible to you all? Good evening, Dhanshri. Hi. Hi, Prasad. Good evening, Priyanvi. Intro? Yes, it was an intro video. So, yes. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your confirmation. So let me introduce myself. My name is Anam Khan. I'm one of the team member at Let's Upgrade, and I'm here just to introduce you all about myself and about this boot camp. To give you a short brief about this boot camp, basically, like it will be a 3 days boot camp where we'll be learning about placement, doing a placement preparation, where we'll build a mock profiles and GitHub accounts, and also we'll try to do mock interview session on Zoom. Like on day 2 and day 3 we have a Zoom, we do stream the session from Zoom, so you can join us there on day 2 and day 3 to try out a live interaction, and like in how to answer the interview questions. We'll ask you the questions on Zoom, and you can raise your hands there, and you will get a chance to like talk with the trainer and clear all your doubts. So yeah, if you have guys any question, anything, you can ask us in the chat. And till then, I will share my screen and explain you all about the attendance part. So you need to mark your attendance on all the 3 days of this boot camp so that you can get the certificate on day 3. So I hope my screen is also visible to you all. You are very excited. That's great. It's look good, like people are interested in learning still about the placement preparation boot camp, and eager to know more for the things. Hello. Hi, Aryan. Guys, is my screen visible? I can see there are very less people joining the session. You can call out your friends, your family members, your peers who are all are waiting, who are not able to crack the interview, so they can get the help in this through this boot camp. Okay, I will let you know about the attendance part. Do not worry about it. Yeah, so here in the description box, guys, here you have attendance, registration, certificate. For everything, you have one link. We call it as a one link, as you can find everything at one place. So click on this link. First of all, you need to enroll for this boot camp. If you haven't, then only you will get to mark your attendance. And so yeah, if you will scroll down the page, here you can see mark attendance toggle. Here you need to click, and here is a rating scale on a 0 to 10. You can rate according to yourself how much you like the session. Did you like the trainer's way of teaching, and did you learn about new things and everything? So for now I will give 10 on 10. Then I will here is the feedback option. Like if you have any feedback for the trainer, for us, for the Let's Upgrade team, then you can surely put it here and we will work on it. After that, mark your attendance and submit. When you will submit it, here you can see the progress bar. It will increase day by day as you mark your attendance. For now it is 33 percentage. So because it's a day one session, so on day 2, day 3, it will increase accordingly. And on day 3 you will get to see a generate certificate, download certificate option. So you can download your certificate from this page itself. You don't have to switch like run behind the links, like where we will find the certificate and everything. So come on this link, mark your attendance, and get the certificate on day 3. Also, guys, we have WhatsApp communities, Discord channel. You can join us there to get daily updates and reminders about the sessions, and also the invite for the upcoming boot camps. So you will get to know what all new programs we are coming up with. And guys, we have like updated our site. You can get to see many more features and many more, like you can build your portfolio also in our website. So basically for the any interview, you can show us show our profile on our website. And yeah, there are, you can just explore our website for now, and nothing else, guys, on this page for now. Also, we have this all-in-one documentation. I can see there are some chat. I am send the link. The link is already pinned in the chat. Otherwise, you can share it again I will share it to mark your attendance. Through this link you can mark your attendance, guys. And guys, this is all in one documentation where you will find everything. Like this is a document basically, and here is a short link for this document. This is the attendance and enrollment link. First you need to mark enroll for this program, then you need to mark your attendance. And this is the PPT link that which ma'am has already shared. So I have uploaded the, sorry guys, there is a power cut in our office, so sorry for it. And yeah, we'll move ahead. So this is the PPT link that ma'am has already shared with us, and you can find ma'am itself will use this PPT to teach you all, and you can refer it from this Notion doc. These are the session links, and this is the curriculum link. Like this is the 3 days curriculum which we are going to follow, and you also can refer it to know at what topic we are at and what are we going to learn in future days and everything. So if you guys have any doubt, anything, you can come to this document, and if you want to get any resources, we will upload all the resources in this document itself, and you can find everything here itself. Also guys, one thing, we are running a student ambassador program. It is a 1 month program which is a free of cost, no charge, nothing you have to pay. Instead of we align, means like we host workshops which from through which you can meet industry leaders and win exciting swags like gold swag, silver swag, bronze swag. You will get to know when you will enroll for it. And also we distribute, like we run a challenge where you can win gaming chair, Amazon Echo, earbuds, smartwatch, iPad. We also have distributed these things. You can check out our social media handle. There you can see the references video of students where they have received this gifts. So it's not a scam, nothing. You can just enroll for this program, complete the target, and get these things for free. And here is the apply now button. If you are interested, you can enroll for it. It is a free 1 month program. And you also get to win amazing coupon prizes. Application error, I got swags. Great, Shri. You can share your experience also here in the chat with the students. Uh, Website issue. What issue you are facing? Just let us know in the chat, or mail us at support@letsupgrade.in. Our team will revert you back. What error you are facing? Just let me know. I'm not getting it because I already marked the attendance. I didn't face any issue. So yeah, guys, those who are facing any issue, please mail us at support@letsupgrade.in. And this was it from my side. Now I will introduce the trainer. The trainer is Urvashi ma'am. She will be there with you for all 3 days. She will guide you. She will teach you many more things and how you can build your LinkedIn profile and everything. I hope people are excited to build your LinkedIn profile and get a profile. Okay, so now without wasting more time and taking, so hi ma'am, good evening. How are you,
Hi,
ma'am?
good evening. I'm good. How are
Uh,
you?
will be your trainer for the next 3 days, Urvashi ma'am. So, ma'am, you can start the session by giving them a short introduction of what are we going to learn about this boot camp, and I will take a leave now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ma'am. I hope you all
Thank
will
you.
enjoy.
Hey everyone, I'll start with my brief introduction. My name is Urvashi Singla and I work as a senior web developer instructor. I started my career as a web developer, but with the motivation of teaching, I switched my career to trainings. And till now, I have worked with 24 plus clients into edtech space nationally and internationally. And I majorly have experience in the domain of fintech, healthcare, and e-commerce. So I will be your instructor for the next 3 days. Let me quickly share my screen and walk you guys through what we are going to learn in the next 3 days. All right, so I can see some of you are facing some technical issue, guys. So just hard refresh the web page. You can use Control plus R, and this page will refresh. Okay, in the site, I can see some of you are mentioning there is some error, so you can try loading it. So can I see hi in the chat box? How are you all? Are you guys excited about this boot camp? Okay, I can see people are excited. All right. So, team, I'll give a brief idea about how these 3 days are going to be. So, today we are going to discuss majorly about LinkedIn profile, how you can build your resume. Tomorrow, we are going to majorly talk about your GitHub profile. And the most important thing is what type of interview questions are asked. Okay, that is like the most important thing, especially the technical and the HR. And third day, we are going to wrap up with all the important speaking related, communication related skills that you all required during your preparation journey. And today's lecture is going to be, you can say you all are looking at it in the live, but tomorrow and day after tomorrow, that is day 2 and day 3, you guys can interact with me live. You guys can literally speak to me tomorrow and day after tomorrow and clarify all your doubts. And for that, you have to connect through Zoom, and you will get the Zoom link through the description. So, description of the tomorrow's YouTube live link, you will get the Zoom link there. Okay. Now let's quickly start. So today we are going to start with this boot camp, and I call this as success to placement. The main reason is, even if you go through this 3 day boot camp, you will gain a lot of knowledge. You will be having your personal professional portfolio. You will be having your LinkedIn profile. You will learn how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. You will learn how to create a resume. You will learn how ATS, the companies are using ATS to and get your resume selected. Like, you will see students are applying online for the jobs, but still they are not able to get their resumes shortlisted, right? So I'll share quick tips where you will learn how you can get your resumes shortlisted. And then after that, GitHub, right? That's like the most important thing for us being a developers. We'll walk you through GitHub. Then I will walk you all with very important technical basic plus advanced interview questions. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. Today we are going to study all the main processes that we require when it's come to placement, right? So you can get placement through your campus also if you want to apply for jobs outside placement, right? Outside campus placement. So I will be talking about that as well. Then how you can defend your strength, weakness, how should you answer about your short-term goals. I'll be talking about that. Then finally we will craft our resumes today, and how we can optimize it for shortlisting of our resumes. So we'll see that. And last but not the least, LinkedIn profile. Okay, so I'll show you one profile today. Like, you can literally use that profile as a reference, and you can build your LinkedIn profile like that. Okay. And not just that, in the end I'll give you guys few tasks as well, which you can complete before tomorrow's session. And those tasks will be, even if you just follow those tasks, by the end of day 3 you will have everything in place. Okay. All right. So let's start. First of all, team, we have campus placement process. Okay. So this is exactly how campus placement goes like. Okay. First of all, comes up is the pre-placement activities. Okay. So pre-placement activity includes your resume creation, which I will be doing today. Then comes your interview preparation, which we will be doing tomorrow. Okay. So resume creation is one of the important aspect, because resume creation is something which is speaking for yourself. Like in professional world or any company, right? If you're applying, no one knows you, so they know you through your resume. So how to ace and build the best resume, that is what we are going to see after this. Next is interview preparation. Okay. So whenever you learn any tech stack, let's say you're from Python programming, maybe from Java, maybe from web development. So you need to understand one thing is that you learn a technology. Next thing is you have to crack the interview to get placed. That is very important. So that is your interview preparation part. And that interview preparation part, in detail we will be discussing tomorrow, but I'll I will give you guys a brief here. Like in interview preparation, it is not just the technical part, but it is non-technical part as well, like how you're presenting yourself, how you're introducing yourself, how you're making an impression while wrapping your interview. That is also important. So we will be discussing everything as we go ahead with the next day and day after tomorrow. Okay, so interview preparation is extremely important. Even if you have built the best resume in the world, but if you're not able to crack interview, right, you will not get the job. So interview preparation is extremely important. In that, of course, we can actually break it down into parts, like firstly some non-technical aspect, then some technical aspect like how to answer interview questions. So we'll divide it and we'll discuss that in detail. Next up we have is, once let's assume you are done with the placement interview preparation, you are done with the resume creation, which you will be by the end of by the end tomorrow EOD. You will be having your resume, you will be having your preparation as well. Okay, I will be sharing resources with you all, especially related to web development. Okay, especially related to web development, I'll be sharing you resources with you all from where you can prepare for your interviews for free. Okay, but that technical part I'll share tomorrow. So next, let's assume you are done with the pre-placement activities. You are let's say your resume is selected. You are done with the preparation. Okay. Next important thing that comes is the shortlisting by the company. Okay, that is where ATS comes in picture. Okay, ATS is nothing but this application tracking system. Okay, so here I have a slide. Here I will be discussing in detail about those points. Okay, but for now I'm just giving a brief about it, that this application tracker is something that every company use, even if you're working nationally, internationally. In my learning, personally, my learning journey and my working journey, I've realized even if you are looking for a job in India or outside India, this is extremely important that you build your resume according to ATS. That is extremely important. Okay, because like you will see for a job, like if you, let's say if you use LinkedIn or Indeed for applying for job, you will often find that you are applying but you're not getting a call for interview. So that is where your shortlisting by the company is not working. Somewhat it is not working. Okay. So that is what we are going to discuss. That here your ATS comes in picture, where you have to check what is wrong in your resume. So today, when I'll create a resume in front of you all, you can actually verify. You can actually check what is wrong in your resume. Okay. While I'll be discussing the optimization techniques here. Then after that, of course, let's say your profile is shortlisted. Okay, you are prepared with the resume, you are prepared with the interview. Okay, next thing comes assessment test. Okay, assessment test is extremely important in terms of coding. Okay, if you are someone who is applying for a company, like you come from a technical background, or you want to build your career in IT, coding is extremely important. Doesn't matter you like Python, go ahead with Python. If you like Java, go ahead with Java. If you are into web development, definitely JS is the king, right? JS is the only programming language for the web. So your JS has to be really good. Okay, and today I'll be discussing that how you can practice. Like today and tomorrow I'll be discussing on this part, like how you guys can practice. I'll be discussing how you can work on your logic building. That is extremely important. Okay, I think you guys face problem with logic building. So those who are into build your career in IT, do you guys face problem with logic building? Tell me the uh, comment section. Do you guys face problem with logic building in coding part? Agree? I think when I talk to students outside India, like from Seattle, Africa, London, and even from India, like from South, I generally find students are talking about logic building, right? So that is like one thing that everyone goes to. So I'll be discussing the techniques as well in tomorrow's session. That that how you can build your logic and how where you can practice. Okay. All right. I think there are students who are asking, yes, guys, this boot camp is for everyone. So this the main idea of this boot camp is to help you with the placement. Now, let's say I am trying my best to keep it in a way that I'm talking about technical plus I talk about non-technical aspect as well. Okay. So if you're someone who are going to be from a tech background or non-tech background, this placement boot camp will help you. Okay. So like for example, if I talk about communication part, right? So communication is a common trait. okay, which a IT person should also need and a non-IT person should also need, right? Technical skills or communication skills. Okay, so this placement bootcamp everyone can join. Okay, it's not like it's only for the tech part. I'll try my best to keep it generalized for everyone. Okay, all right. Then after that, team, there are some companies who would prefer group discussion as well. Okay, and that is what they check there. Okay, that is what they check here is your communication part. How is your communication skill? How is your behavior? Okay, with others. Are you someone who get angry if someone is not agreeing with your point? Okay, they check like how you are able to not literally stop anyone, but to politely kind of make someone stop talking and kind of make your point there. Okay, so there they check this behavioral part of you using this GD. Okay, so generally what they do is in this GD they host like 5 to 10 students. If you're talking about campus placement, 5 to 10 students at a time. They give them topic. Let's say, for example, let's say they give a topic iPhone versus uh, let's say Samsung. Okay, or let me generalize it. Let's say they will give iOS versus Android. Okay, so and they will say just talk about on this topic. They will just say talk about the benefits or disadvantages and what you go for. So those 5 to 10 students or candidates will talk about iOS versus Android. Okay, and they will have some discussions on that. Okay, so that is where GD will come in picture. Okay, every company don't take it. Okay, but yes, if you talk about a campus part, generally in campus placements, companies do go for group discussions. Okay, so yes, okay, so someone who is going to be okay, so analyst part also you can go ahead with this session. Okay, uh, okay, like I mentioned, Sai Vinayak, this session is going to be generalized. So the main focus was this for like a technical, but I am assuring you that by the end of like the day three, you will, even if you come from non-tech background, this part will help you because placement preparation is for everyone, right? It's a very generalized topic that everyone need help. Okay, so if you're from non-tech, like for example, resume creation, right? That everyone coming from any background they need preparation. You come from IT or non-IT, everyone need it. Group discussion, you come from IT or non-IT, everyone need to know this. Okay, shortlisting, ATS here. You come from, even if you come from HR, if let's say you're applying for HR, right? Even there you need this ATS. So this complete process is something which is needed for everyone. Okay, that's why everyone will benefit from this. Okay, all right. Now, let's go ahead. Guys, keep posting questions in the chat box, whatever technical, non-technical. If you feel like generally students have this like, am I gonna sound foolish if I ask question this? It's okay. Just like you will have this chance where I'll be answering to everyone, right? So you can post whatever you want to, like whatever doubts you have when it's come to placement, technical, non-technical. Feel free to put it in the chat box. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Once, let's say your profile is shortlisted, coding test is also done, right? And then group discussion also you cleared. Next thing comes is interviews. Okay, now interviews is also important. Okay, because that is the main pointer. And even if you come from tech background, okay, even if you come from non-tech background, okay, tech background, non-tech background, it is extremely important because even let's say for some companies they don't take assessment tests, like they don't take coding tests sometimes. Okay, let's say if you're applying from HR, right, after this you will generally have this group discussion and then you have this interviews, right? So maybe you might not have, but this interview is one thing that every company will have. Okay, maybe assessment test you might not have, GD you might not have. Okay, that is optional, but this interview is something which every company will take. Okay, so I can say this is optional, this is optional. Okay, some companies take this, some companies take this, but interview is one thing which every company takes. Okay, if I talk about technical part, okay, here in terms of technical, obviously there can be one round or there can be two rounds. Okay, it depends. There can be one round, there can be two rounds. Okay, technical, and of course, they basically want to see how technical you sound. Okay, what technical questions are asked, we'll be discussing that in tomorrow's session. Okay, where we will be connecting through Zoom. So in tomorrow's lecture, we'll discuss exactly what type of technical questions are asked. Okay, so today we are going to this is like a generalized part where I'm discussing. Okay, all right. And lastly, once you crack the interview, you will get your offer letter and you will be joining the company and you will kickstart your career into corporate world, okay, or IT world. If you are from non-tech, then obviously you'll land up into corporate world, and if you're from IT, you'll land up into IT world. Okay. So once this campus placement process, you clear everything, right? That is where you will have all your dreams, whatever you have thought of, and this placement process and preparation will be worth it. Okay. All right. So, how to prepare? So, Shravani, exactly from which platforms you should prepare? What type of questions? Like, if I talk about DSA, DSA is too vast. Okay. So, which one you should pick? That DSA, I will be discussing in detail about that particular question in tomorrow's session. Okay, that we will be connecting. But today, our main focus would be understanding the placement process, what type of rounds could be there, and resume would be there. Okay. Technical preparation interview question will be tomorrow. Okay. All right. And during this process, team, there will be a lot of times where you will not be able to crack assessment test. There will be a lot of time when you will not be able to crack maybe GD, and there will be time you might not able to crack interview. Okay, like no one cracks the interview in one go. If you talk to any IT person around you, okay, you guys are, let's say if you're in college, you have your peers, your seniors around you. If you are someone who is let's say maybe is already working, right, but you want to understand how to get to the, let's say you're a developer and you want to get to a senior developer position, right, then also of course you need to prepare. You might want to switch the company, so there also you can take help from your seniors around you. Okay. But the main point is that keep a positive attitude during this complete process. Okay, someone who is already working and want to switch the career and doing the preparation, then it's a different aspect. They generally have a career, so they understand the crux of it. But someone who is new, okay, someone who is a fresher, or maybe someone who is into is in college and looking for a campus placement, right, this is extremely important that you keep a positive attitude approach even if you are not able to crack interview. Okay, that's absolutely fine, because there is a huge demand, there is a huge opportunities out there. Okay, because what happens, let's say you gave 2 to 3 company interviews and you were not able to crack, you will do like self doubt. Okay, instead of doing self doubt, you rather go and take the feedback from the interviewer and start working on it. Okay, that's more important. So keeping a positive attitude throughout the process is extremely important. Okay. All right. So does anyone have questions so far? Any questions so far? All right. Yes, Deva. Today's day one. Today we have, you all have connected through a live. Okay, tomorrow. So you can tomorrow you will have the chance to connect through Zoom and like kind of interact with me, because tomorrow will be the coding the technical questions part. Okay, so yes, you can. Okay, so Pawan, if you are from non-IT and you want to land up into that, so I'll give you a brief plan there. Okay, so first of all, you figure out one programming language, because if you want to be in IT, of course it depends how where you exactly want to project. Okay, so I would suggest pick any one programming language. You can pick Java, JavaScript, let's say you can pick web development, you can pick front end, you can pick back end. Okay, you can pick any tech stack. Okay, after that, once you pick any tech stack, you start learning it. Okay, learn it's divided into two parts: learn its basics, learn its advanced part. Tomorrow I'll be discussing about what platforms you can practice coding, so practice on that. Okay, build. So today I'll be covering, just after this we will be working on building resume, so you start building your resume. Okay, and start applying for the companies. Okay, So but like it's very easy, I've myself have taught students who are from commerce background, and they were able to switch from non IT to IT. So it's not that difficult. It's just that you need to do hard work. You need to pick one tech stack which works for you. Okay. All right. Now, again, next part is self assessment and goal setting. This is extremely important that here you know, like, in interview these type of questions are asked, what are your goals? Okay, so you should know what, like, even in your mind before answering it to the interviewer, you should be clear in your mind. Okay, that what is your long term goals, what is your short term goals. Okay, sit down, take pen paper, write what you really want to achieve, write what you really want to do in career. Okay, that will give you your answer what you want in terms of short term and long term. Okay, for example, my short term goal, let's say there's a IT person. For that person, their short term goal would be, let's say you all are majorly freshers, right? So your short term goal would be getting placed. So that can be a short term goal, that kickstart my career into IT. Long term goal would be like, in, let's say, next 5 years or 6 years, or in long term I want to work in a company like Google, or I want to work into any farm company, and want to work at a senior level. Okay, or let's say some people want to get into system design, some people want to get into architecture, some people want to get into senior developer. Okay, that could be the long term goal. So instead of reading, so I see a lot of students, when preparing for interview, they just Google what is long term goal. Okay, so instead of Googling what is long term goal, okay, just take pen paper and write what you really want to do in career. Okay, so that will give you an answer to short term and long term. Okay. All right. Like if I talk about web development perspective, you can simply answer like, as a fresher, like, I want to start my career and want to contribute to kickstart my career into IT, want to contribute in the growth of the company, and long term would be working as a senior, whatever the designation. Let's say you're into testing or developer, you can mention the designation. Or if you have dream of working into like big companies, then you can mention that. Okay. All right. Meghna, I'll be discussing how to build resume, no worries. Uh, for career in construction and designing. Okay. All right. I'll be discussing that. Okay. Hana, generally, if you talk about HR, it's important what was your graduation, what should I say, graduation, in which field you did your graduation. That's extremely important to understand. And to HR, of course, if I talk about HR, the main skills there would be communication, handling, like handling and are you so in HR also you have different domains, right? Let's say you want to get into after that talent acquisition, like placement, or if you are someone who want to handle a bit of hiring process, or if you are someone who want to handle the scheduling or organizing one of the department's data. So it depends you in HR exactly where you want to go. Nowadays we have these 1 year or 6 month diploma courses into HR also, so you can definitely check those out. Okay. All right. I'm in three-tier college and not have campus also. Okay. Aman, of course, this is for everyone. You're not confined to campus placement. If your college provides it, it's great. But you can also apply. Just master the skills, and you can also apply. Today, I'll be discussing the resume creation, no worries, and the ETS. So that will definitely help you. Okay. And of course, in interview, defending your strength and weakness is extremely important. Again, I would suggest you guys, instead of copying any answer from chat gpt or Google, take a pen paper, write what is your plus points. Okay, strength is your plus points. Okay, that's it. So strength is often connected to your plus points. Okay, and weakness is something which is the negative point. Okay, but obviously when you're answering such questions in interview, you can't be like, I'm weakness is like I'm lazy, I'm not punctual. You can't answer that. Okay, it's not allowed to answer such things in your interview. Okay, so what you guys can really, like, I'll give one example how you should answer it. Like, for example, I'm someone who like to do things on like punctual and perfection. Okay, so that's my strength, that I'm punctual. Okay, I want things to be perfect, but at sometimes perfection could be a weakness also. because sometimes you get into the process of perfection and you miss a lot of important things around it. Okay, so you should have a answer in weakness, something which comes as a strength plus as a weakness. Okay, so you have to give an answer like that. Okay, so you can, let's say in strength, like if someone asks me, I always say this, because that is my strength: punctuality, perfection, work, hard work, right? That's my strength. But when it's come to weakness, sometimes perfection is the weakness for me. Okay, so that is something you guys have to figure out. Okay, and yes, Ramdas, why you need to highlight? Of course, if you are from IT or non-IT, doesn't matter. In HR is around, that is for everyone. Okay, HR round is for everyone, and in that these type of questions are asked, like what are your strength, what are your weakness. Okay, you in weakness, I'm not saying mention negative points. Okay, but take pen paper, try to figure out your strength, try to figure out your weakness. Okay, weakness will be your negative points in a way, but don't mention it into interview. So how you can answer is like, you take something from a negative point. Let's say perfection was one I picked. Okay, but perfection is something which can be a strength also, which can be weakness. So you keep it generalized. Okay, because you can't answer something like this: I'm not punctual, I'm lazy, I don't like hardworking. You can't answer those in your weakness or in your interview. Maybe you are like that, but you can't answer that. So make it in a way that it becomes a strength also, and make it a weakness also. Okay, so that is where it will help you. Okay, so defending this, so even HR round is one where definitely these strength weakness is asked. Sometimes even in your technical interview, interviewer can ask you these questions. It is not compulsory in HR round, it is asked. Even in technical interviews, these can be asked. Okay, all right. Now we will deep dive into resume. Okay, I think all of you were waiting for this part. Can I see? Can you guys type one in the chat box? Okay, can you guys type one in the chat box if you're excited to know about resume creation? So I can see a lot of people have doubts with the resume. So just type one in the chat box if you're excited about the resume. Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So, team. Now we will see. This is a general. Okay. This is not confined to a technical, non-technical. This is exactly how interview resume should be. Okay. So, first of all, to build an effective resume. Okay. So, in resume there are 2 points. Okay. Firstly, resume creation. Okay. And second is resume shortlisting. So I'll be discussing this. Creation I'll discuss first. Second, I'll discuss about shortlist. Shortlisting means ATS, how companies is using ATS to shortlist your resume. Okay. So firstly, let's discuss this resume creation. Okay, how we can create resume. So on your resume team, these are the main things which should be there. Okay. After this, I'll be showing you some sample resume. Plus, I'll show you online how you can build your resume. Okay. So first of all is your contact information. Okay. So your name, your contact number, and email has to be there. Okay. Sometimes what happens, there are students, their resume have the relevant skills. Let's say there is a person who is looking for JavaScript and React JS. Okay. There is a person who is looking for data, company looking for data analyst position. There is a company who is looking for a civil engineer, let's say. Okay. So what happens there, that sometimes candidates mention their name, okay, but they forgot to mention their mobile number, or sometimes they mention the email address which they don't even use, especially in a campus placement. Especially if you are a fresher, this happens. Like you should have an email which you use regularly. Okay, so which is extremely important. So this is the first important. Okay, you should mention your name, your contact number, and your email address. Okay, email address which is working. Okay, don't mention your parents you guys are in this age of technology, right? So you should have your own email address. Okay, don't mention your brother, sister, siblings, anybody's email address. You should have access to your email address. Mention an email address which is working. Okay, many times candidates mention email address which is not even working, or sometimes what happens, like they don't log in and check. So you should regularly, when you're applying for the companies through any platform, then you should be regularly checking your email address. Okay. Next thing, okay, so guys, I'll be discussing, no worries, I'll be discussing you can which platform you can use. Plus, I'll be sharing one bonus resume a layout with you all, which you all can use. Okay, no worries, I'll be sharing that. Next point is educational. Okay, so let's say you should mention your academic records like intermediate. Intermediate is your 10th class, SSC is your 12th class. Okay, graduation, post graduation. Okay, and you should mention your percentile, or you should mention your CGPA. Okay, anything whichever your college or school have provided, you should be mentioning that. Intermediate is your 10th class, SSC is your 12th class, graduation and post graduation. You should mention the college name. Okay, it should be like this. You should mention your college name, okay, or school name from wherever you did it, and you mention your CGPA like 8.2 or 8. That's it. And here you can mention your year, college year. Let's say someone did from 2015 to 2019. Okay, someone did school from 2013 to 2015. Okay, then intermediate is your 10th class. Okay, so you should be mentioning that, like, this is your first part, second part, and third part. So you should be mentioning all that in your resume. Okay. Next thing comes projects. Okay. Now again, projects is also very important. Okay. And projects is basically about, if you talk about technical part. Okay, of course, let's say if we talk about website development, add your projects, add your live links of the projects as well. Okay, so this is extremely important that in project part you mention your live link. Okay, let's say you are adding your website development related projects. Let's put it that way. Let's say you're adding that. Okay, so you should add live link of your project. Okay, those who are from like, if you're into this web development learning journey, you will understand what live link is. Okay, like Netlify, Versal, GitHub pages. These three things I'll be discussing tomorrow, by the way. But for now, you should be adding the live link. You should be adding your code link. Okay, you should host your project code on GitHub. GitHub also will be discussing tomorrow. So you should provide that. Okay, or you're from someone like non-technical, right? So whatever projects or whatever work you have done, you should showcase on your resume. Okay, so you can just add a heading called projects. Okay, and you can add that. Okay. Next is achievement. Achievement is basically your certificates. It could be your certificates. It could be your something you have won. For example, hackathon. Okay, let's say you won some hackathon. Okay, like for example, when I was working, I won two hackathon during my develop when I was working as a developer. Okay, so you should mention those achievements. That will really add. These are like brownie points. Okay, achievements are like brownie points for you. So you should mention about your hackathon. If you have one, then you should be mentioning about let's say you won some let's say you're from non-tech background, right? So you won something, let's say in communication part. Okay, something you won in, let's say you come from a logistic background, then you hosted something. Okay, whichever background you come from, so you should be mentioning that. Okay, so then you should be mentioning about those achievement. Okay, for example, let's say I am a instructor, right? So let's say I once taught 1,000 plus students. Okay, so whatever achievements you have, you should be mentioning all of that in your resume. Okay, don't like, for example, the certification you will be getting, right, by Let's Upgrade, you should be mentioning that. Here you can mention that. Okay, so in achievements you will divide it, like achievement section you will add. Okay, you will divide it into two parts. One will be your certificates. Okay, certificates, you mention all the hackathon you have, even if it's a participation certificate. As a fresher, you should add that, like this Let's Upgrade certificate, you can add that. Okay, next is your achievement section would be awards, where you, let's say you won some hackathon, you literally got some award. Okay, that it should be. Okay, am I not audible? Guys, just quickly tell me, am I not audible? Am I audible to others? Tanu, maybe you can increase the volume in your system. Maybe you're connected through mobile or laptop. Can you just quickly try that? Because I think I'm speaking on like on the same pace which I was speaking earlier. Yeah. Yes, I'm. Tanu, just do one thing. Just like this, just increase the volume on your system. Okay. All right. Coming back to this awards, so even achievement you divide it into two parts. If you are someone who have awards also, certificate also, divide it into two parts. Okay, achievement, then you will have two subheadings: awards and certificates. Okay, so you can add let's upgrade certificate also. Okay, if you have participation certificate, add that. Okay, of hackathon. Next thing would be or one more thing, NGO, right? I think there are a lot of people out there who associate with NGOs as a part time. You should be mentioning all that here also. Okay. All right. Next thing comes your professional skills. Okay. Now, whatever is your professional skills, like for example, if you are a development or tech person, right? So you will have skills into JavaScript, React, Java, Python. Okay, that is what you should be adding. Okay, or you work on tools like CRM, for example, you work on Salesforce. Okay, or you work on let's say Zoho, so you can mention that. Okay, or if you are into analyst field, okay, then you can mention the relevant tools that you use. Okay, so you can mention, like if you're someone who use Microsoft, okay, Microsoft tools like 365 is there. Okay, so you can mention all that in your professional skills. Let's say you are into coding field, you can further divide your professional skills. For example, you can add, for example, I'm talking with a web development example. Okay, professional skills, you can divide front end development, you can mention all the skills. You can take back end development, you can mention all the skills. Okay, then you can give tools, or let's say some let's say you can mention GitHub also there. Okay, so that is what your professional skills is going to be. Okay, all right. Yes, yes, Power BI also. Power BI is also your professional skills only. It's basically it's a tool, right? So you should be mentioning. Just create a heading called tools under professional skills. I'll be showing you guys one example. Don't worry. Don't worry. After this, I'll be showing you a real time resume, which was shortlisted. So I'll take that example. Okay. Next up we have is experience. Okay, so I can see some most of you are coming from a non experienced background, or let's say you are a fresher. Okay, no worries. So here in this experience, if you literally have any, then add it. Of course, let's say if you have a 6 month experience or 1 year experience into something, then of course you add it. Okay, I'll take one example. Let's say you are from tech background, or you are from let's say you want to get a job into web development, or you want to get job into IT, and but you have some teaching experience also. So something which is relevant to what you want in terms of job, you should mention that. Okay, but don't mention you were in sales and now if you're switching your career to IT, then don't mention those experience. That because it's with my experience, what I've seen, it's better to project yourself. Let's say someone who did a sales job for 2 years, it's better to project yourself as a fresher instead of that. Okay, you can mention a brief about your experience. Okay, in sales also, and I don't dive into like exactly what you sales you did and all, but you can make it a more achievement oriented, or you can make it more like you can mention communication. Salesperson generally have negotiation skills, so you put experience in that part. Okay, but don't get into depth of what sales jobs you have done. Okay, if you are switching your career into IT, that's extremely important. Okay, Atharva, yes, MongoDB would also come. So here in this professional skills, you can give a heading called database. In that, you can mention MongoDB. If you know SQL, you should mention that as well. Okay. All right. Will achievement, of course, Ramdas, achievement will be counted. I like I mentioned, achievement is your brownie points. They are your brownie points. You should let's put it that way. There are two people. Okay, let's say your profile gets shortlisted plus some other person also. You both have same set of skills, but you if you mention something in your achievements, obviously you will have more higher chance of getting selected. Okay. Next is trophies. Of course, you should mention achievements, trophies of sports related, any field. Guys, team achievement, you can mention any awards. You can mention if you got award in your hackathon, you got your award in your sports. Even if you got your award in sports, if you are a IT person, want to get into IT, mention it. Achievement has nothing to do with the IT thing or non-IT. Achievement is what you have achieved till now. Let's say you're someone who is at the age of 22. So what you have achieved till that age, you should mention it. Go ahead. Achievement has nothing like if you are looking for an IT job, you have to mention only hackathon. No, it's not like that. You can mention your sports related achievements as well. Is SQL database a skill? Yes, of course it is, Vishu. There are companies out there, like once you have SQL, right? Go ahead, learn Oracle. You can apply for Oracle companies. Of course, SQL is a I mean, it's a skill. It's a database, you know. Okay. All right. Do we have any other question? Tableau, yes, yes. Hawaii, you can mention Tableau here. Tableau is something you guys use in your data analyst, data science, right? So you should mention in your tools. Data analysis, yes, of course you can. All right. Okay, perfect. I think I've answered all the questions. Okay, next is co-curricular activities. Definitely team someone who like to do scuba diving, someone who like to do dancing, someone who like to do singing, someone who like to play some musical instrument like ukulele. You should be mentioning all that in your resume. Okay, co-curricular activities really tell some personal flavor, like how you are a bit in your personal life, like that really tells about your nature. So co-curricular activities is also important. You mention like whatever you guys like, you should be mentioning in that. Okay, guys, the session is still 8 p.m. Okay, today's session is still 8 p.m. and tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well. All right, next up we have is interpersonal skills. Okay, let me clean this up. Interpersonal skills team is basically about, okay, communication. Okay, it's more about your personal skills. For example, your leadership skills. Okay, someone who is having leadership skills, organizing. Okay, then you can mention about communication also, in fact, here. Okay, speaking skills. Yes, perfect. Priyani, you mentioned soft skills. Yes, you can mention that. So interpersonal skills is has like what your personal skills will help in profession. Okay, that is how it is. So let's say communication skills helps in real time, in jobs. Leadership skills helps. Organizing skills helps. Speaking skills helps. Okay, so that is what you should add. Okay. Okay. Yami, you have question experience if you don't have. Okay. So nothing. Yami, if you don't have any experience, now don't add the section of experience. If you feel like you don't have any experience in that, don't need to add anything there. Okay. All right. Yes. Emotional intelligence you can add. Empathy. Perfect. That's correct, Akshat. So you guys can add that as well in interpersonal skills. Okay. Next, your interest and hobbies are co-curricular, and this is a bit linked, but they're actually different. You can combine them together if you want. But there are people out there who, let's say, interest comes like reading books. Okay, co-curricular activity comes which you're doing something like outside, like scuba diving, swimming, singing, dancing. That comes in your co-curricular activities. Okay, interest is something thing like you like to read book, you like to cook food. Okay, a lot of people who like to cook food. Okay, they like to try different cuisine. Like some people have this, they are connoisseur of good food. Like they like to try out good food, try different cuisines. Right, some people are like that. So you can mention that in your interest and hobbies. Okay, and last and not the least, your LinkedIn is extremely, so after this I'll be discussing LinkedIn. So LinkedIn profile is extremely important. Coming from tech, non-tech, any background. GitHub profile is something which is confined to development. Okay. So GitHub profile is extremely important. If you want to build your career in IT, developer, testing, GitHub is important. And in GitHub, how you can showcase your projects. I'll be discussing in detail about GitHub tomorrow. Okay. But today I'll be discussing about LinkedIn. Okay, how you can create LinkedIn profile, how you can ace the perfect way of creating a LinkedIn profile. Okay. All right. Does anyone have questions in that? Ridhima, internship conducted. Ridhima, can you just mention what type of internship it is? Can you just name? Can you add me the name? Dharva, yes, you should. You can add free certificates. Free certificates are your participation certificates only. You can mention that, of course. Priyanvi, it's very good. If you already have a GitHub profile, if you already are putting projects, collaborating, it's great. All right. All clear? Any questions? I think I've answered all questions. Still, if you have, just put it in your chat. All right. Next thing we have is how we can optimize your resume for like ATS for selecting or shortlisting. Okay, so these are the few pointers. I'll quickly discuss them. Okay, for what would be right to add in interpersonal? Okay, Brijesh, again I want to add one thing. Don't Google and add these. You can Google and take a reference, but for management student, okay, management skills, organizing skills, structuring. Then let's say you are someone who likes to do research, right? So you can add your research skills. Okay, if you think you're good at analysis, add that. You can add those skills in your management role, but that is something I have suggested. But you need to figure out what is exactly matches with your skills. Okay. All right, ma'am. We had yes, you can add rhythm up. You can add about your internship. If you want to build your career into web development, and if you have attended that internship in HTML Angular, definitely. In fact, if it is internship, even if it's paid or unpaid, you should be adding it in your experience. Okay. Okay. BJ plays something. You have self doubt issues, and I think I'm not still right. Okay. So I think the best way to kind of handle that situation, like I mentioned in the very first slide, positive attitude, because that self doubt comes when you're applying and you're not getting selected, especially that time that self doubt keeps on popping up. So the best way to handle that is that you practice some let's say positive or meditative skills. I would put it that way, that you try to like take pen paper, take whiteboard, blackboard, write what you feel like makes you feel like you are doubting yourself. Okay, are you not prepared enough, or you're prepared or you're not confident enough? Okay, that's important to figure out why you feel self doubt. Okay, once you figure out, then you will have to work on it. Okay, so but before that you need to figure out the reason. Okay, where this taking like pen paper will help you a lot. All right. Okay. Yes, Akshay, just after this I'll go to that, no worries. Okay, so quickly I'll discuss about it. These are very self-explanatory. I've added very much detailed information. Okay, so you should be using a simple format. Okay, okay. Let's do one thing. Let me show you resume only first. Okay. So this is one of the sample resumes of, this is a fresher profile, by the way. Okay. See, there is no you guys can look into this. There is no experience of this person. Okay. She was from full stack development and she got selected. Okay, so that's why I'm sharing this profile. So here you can see this. This is the person. Okay, so this is exactly what your resume should be. Your name. Okay, a summary about your brief summary about you. Okay, your LinkedIn, your Gmail, where you are from, all this information should be there. After that, about your education, about your skills, you can see whatever skills that person have mentioned. Education, like mentioned, the college name, university name, CGPA. Okay, see, there is no experience she have added because she don't have, right? She is a fresher, but she have mentioned her projects very well. She mentioned her projects. She mentioned her projects link. See, she have added the project and the GitHub link, the live link also. Okay, so you can see that. So these live links will also help. Okay, internship, if you have done any, you can mention that. Languages. Okay, certificates, and then interest. Okay, so whatever pointers I mentioned here. Okay, you can see a sample here. Okay, I've changed the details of the person. I mean, the person name was something else. I changed the details, of course, but this is, you can see how clean it is. Prefer to build your resume into just one page. Okay, this is one sample you can use. I will be sharing this sample with you all. Team will be sharing it after the session. Okay, plus how you can build your resume online. You guys can simply use resume.io. Okay, so like you can Google resume builder, or you can just go to resumebuilder.io. Okay, you need to log in into this. So this profile you see her here, na, it's coming from resume.io only. Okay, so you can actually select the template according to the country. Okay, if you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but template actually changes according to the country. Like Canada prefer a different template. For India, exactly, there is nothing. If you look there, you will not find something for India. But I'll tell you, like this Milan one would work for India as well. Okay, so you can just click on use this template. Then you need to log in into your account. So I'll just log in into my account quickly. Okay, so you can use this. Ronak, I'll come to that. So you guys can quickly add your details here. Atul, for one resume it gives you free. Only one resume it gives you free. Okay, otherwise it's paid. See how easy it is. So you can add your job title. Like I'll add here my mail address, admin@gmail.com. Let's say a sample one I've added. You can add your contact number. Okay, you can add your last name. You can add your role. Let's say senior instructor. Okay. So you can keep adding all the values. So you can add your professional summary. Okay. Then employment history. If you let's say if you have a work experience, then you should add profile picture. I'll discuss after this team. In ATS, I'll discuss about profile picture. Okay. You should, or you can mention, like if you are into web development, right? You should mention your like personal portfolio website. Okay. What is personal portfolio website? I'll discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay, but that is what you can add here, your education, your skills, everything you can add. Once you add it, see the moment I added my phone number. See, the moment I added my phone number, it's reflecting here. And lastly, you just need to click on download PDF. Once you click on this, you will get the resume in your system. But one thing, it allows only one resume for free. Rest all are paid. Okay. And here you can mention, let's say I want my resume name to be resume. So once you download, you will have it in the form of resume. Okay. Plus, it gives you suggestion how you can improve as well. This improvement is according to ATS. Okay, like according to the shortlist. Okay. Divya, for tomorrow's session, Zoom link, you will get it from the description of tomorrow's live link video. Okay. Rest, everything is mentioned in the description, so you can check that out. Okay. So that's it. So you can use this resume.io, go and explore these resume builder. You can try out other resume builder also. Okay. Plus, I'll be sharing this one template with you all today. Okay. So you guys can use that as well. Clear? Is everyone clear on this part? So you can use any online website for, but resume.builder, I'm telling you, it's one resume it gives you for free. Okay. But otherwise, paid is also like hardly 150 rupees only, 150 to 200. It's not that expensive. Okay. Or I'll share one template with you all today. So go ahead, use that. Okay. The next, how, like once you are done with the resume, right? Next thing come is ATS. Okay, like this is where you're shortlisting. So company uses, like you can imagine, let's say you're applying for a company on LinkedIn and there are 100 companies, right? You want your resume to be shortlisted. So what you can do here is you can keep the format clean, okay, without using graphics, without using tables or images. Only profile picture you guys can add if you want to. Profile picture you can add for sure. Okay, keep a white background, a straight photo, professional outfit. That's extremely important. Okay, and you can keep a standard font like Arial, Calibri. Okay, then you can incorporate relevant words. So this ATS system generally use keywords, right, which is relevant. Let's say you're looking for a full stack developer job, so you can mention keywords like front end, back end. You can mention job title like full stack developer, web engineer, web developer. Okay, front end developer, front end engineer, back end engineer. So you should use these terminologies. Okay. After that, heading should be like I showed you on template, right? How clean headings were. It was very simple to guess. Like if skills is written, there will be skills under it. Okay, so your label should be like that: headings, work experience, education, skills. Okay. Optimizing job titles, it's extremely important. Like let's say you are applying for a web developer position, so make sure your resume job title would match with that. Okay, for example, here if you're looking, like you need to tailor your resume according to every position. Let's say you're applying for web developer, then you have to make changes to your resume. Let's say you're applying for web engineer, you should make changes to your resume and add relevant keywords. Okay. So tailor your resume means you should be changing your skills. Let's say there's a company who is looking for SQL, okay, and you are someone who know SQL also and MongoDB also. So if you're applying for a company which needs SQL, so you will change SQL in your resume. If a company is looking for MongoDB, you will change to MongoDB, or you can mention both. Okay, so you need to make changes to your resume, slight changes according to the position. Okay. Of course, like I mentioned, you should mention. So these are the pointers I've already discussed. In the last slide, which is you should mention your technical skills, interpersonal skills. You should always mention your work experience if you're already working. Okay. So you should mention your whichever is your recent work. Okay, at whatever is your recent position. Okay, so you should be mentioning that at the top. Okay, so you should be mentioning job history starting with the most recent position. Means let's say you're someone who is from Bangalore but now working in Pune. So you should be starting, let's say you started your career in Bangalore, now you're working in Pune, so the Pune one should come at the top, and you can mention your company name. You can add the company site link also, title, that you're currently working as. Let's say you're working with as a junior developer, location and dates. Like year, you can mention majorly. Okay, like when you joined the company, so you can mention month and year. Okay. Then you should add bulletin points. Like bulletin points, you can add like I'm using here like six, seven, right? So proper bulletin points you should be adding. Okay. And file type. So you should always send your resume as PDF. I see a lot of students submit their resume in a Word format. Okay. You should be adding about like whatever you add, you should be submitting it in the PDF format. And naming of resume is also important. I see people are saving it with resume.pdf, right? It's of no use. You should be mentioning your name. Like, for in fact, you should be mentioning about the position. For example, I am submitting, right? So I'll write my name underscore instructor dot pdf. This is how I will be saving it. Okay, this is how I will be submitting it. So they should be like whatever even the name of the resume is, it should be very relevant. Okay, even that will make an impression. So whatever is resume you are building, make sure when you are sending it, your name should also not like this p resume.pdf. You should mention your name, or rather just simply save, submit it like this, your name underscore let's say profile dot pdf. Even you can send it like this is also fine, but not like this. Okay. And there are online ATS simulators, means there are online websites. Okay, like for example resume.io is one of them. So if you see resume.io also gives you this option of improving. I'll show you. So here you can improve your resume, okay, according to the ATS. So it gives you the suggestion according to that, so you can try out these. Okay, so you can also try these out. Okay, so this is a brief about how you can, like, firstly the template I will be sharing, follow that. Okay, plus you can make changes according to your skills, relevant skills, and these are the pointers that will help you to shortlist your resume. Okay. All right. Can we, Pawan, if you're looking for a job, then you should never mention about your freelancing work. Okay, freelancing work, it's not recommended. Okay. Now, a team last part for the day is LinkedIn. LinkedIn profile is extremely important. Okay, let's say there is, this is like a simple comparison. There's a person, Alina, who is looking for a job from past 1 year, and she already have experience of 3 years. And there's a person who is Aliza. She recently completed her bachelor and found a dream job as well. Okay, so what made difference here? Like, what was differently what she did was LinkedIn. Okay, if you ask someone who not having a LinkedIn profile in today's time, it will definitely going to impact. Okay, so LinkedIn profile is extremely important. Okay, so you guys should be creating a LinkedIn profile. I'll walk you guys through that. Okay. All right, I'll just write open your LinkedIn, so you guys can open LinkedIn. I'll share it with you all in the chat box. Okay, so you guys can open LinkedIn. So even if you're from HR background, any background, just open LinkedIn. Okay, sign up and create an account. Once you create an account, okay, you will be able to see there is your profile will come. Okay, but initially your profile will be empty. Okay, initially your profile will be empty. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm taking one LinkedIn profile. Okay, that will help you to understand. So that will help you to understand how your resume, how this LinkedIn will become literally a resume for you. Okay, so this is one of the profiles I'll be walking you all. Okay, so you guys quickly create an account, sign up, create an account on LinkedIn. Okay, and this is how it will be. Okay, since this is one of the profiles I have opened. Okay, so you can see once you create your account, your account would be very empty. You will not see any section. Okay, so once you create an account, it will look something like this. You will land up on this page. Okay, you will land up on this page. So I'm just referring to this profile right now to show you all how it's going to be. Okay. All right. So team, first of all is the cover photo. So you should always add some relevant cover photo. Okay. So LinkedIn will help you firstly in building your professional network, right? For example, you all use let's say you all use Instagram. We all use Instagram for or Facebook to connect with people online. Okay, maybe our school friends or college, right? Similarly, LinkedIn is one stop solution for your professional network. Okay, so everyone, you come from any background, this has to be a part of it. Okay, I would encourage all of you to follow this Let's Upgrade page here. You can get information about whatever new bootcamp would be coming. Okay, so you can get the information about that. So you can follow that page. Next, firstly, your name has to be proper. Like what you use a name in your resume professionally, you should be mentioning that first. Then comes your what like right now you guys are let's say you are a fresher, so you can mention looking for opportunities. Okay, or let's say you're someone who you feel like you let's say you are into web development and you feel like you are really good before even doing a job you did great projects, so you can mention front end developer, looking for front end developer positions like that. If you don't have any experience, you can mention. Always mention the relevant city here. Don't mention you're living in Mumbai and you're writing Pune, you're living in Bangalore, you're writing Mumbai. Don't do that. Just mention the city you live in. Okay, that's extremely important because when you apply for a position, let's say you mention let's say Pune, okay, and you are in Bangalore, so that will also impact. Okay, that's extremely important because when someone will open your profile now, let's say someone will open your profile, they will first thing they will say, is this person live in the city or not? Okay, so that's important. Then contact information. Okay, like you guys will have the option to edit and add the contact information, so you should be adding that. Okay, so I'll just click on this and you can see so it's up to you. You can expose your uh, phone number here, you can expose your email address also. Okay, if let's say this person Nikita I have not exposed, but you guys can expose if you want. Okay, then connecting with people is extremely important. I'll show you how to connect with people. Okay, before that you should add a brief summary about yourself. Okay, even if you come from a non tech on experience or you don't have any experience, it's okay. You should mention about yourself here. You can make it a brief about who you are. Okay, a bit a brief about your professional part, like if you are someone who into let's say civil engineering. Okay, so whatever experience or learnings have been, you can mention. And you can mention like you're looking for a particular opportunities, so you can mention those here. Okay, all right. After this, like this is the bare minimum. So this profile starts from here and it ends here. Okay, bare minimum is this, like all these uh, headings should be tick off. All these headings should be tick off. Okay, this is a minimum you should have. After that, we talk about the optimization or growth. Firstly, at least minimum these, like your profile should be 100% created. Okay. After that, whatever posting you do, I'll give you guys examples what you should post on LinkedIn. For example, you are someone who is having let's say a web development experience. Okay, or let's say you have done some projects. Okay, so you should be mentioning those here. You should be mentioning any certificate. Let's say you guys will get Let's Upgrade certificate, right? So why don't you mention it on LinkedIn? So you guys will create a profile on LinkedIn, right? So I'm assuming you guys have created. So why don't you start posting? So once you get the certificate on Wednesday, post on Thursday like you did Let's Upgrade certification, and you should tag Let's Upgrade. Okay, I'll tell you how it will help you. See, Nikita, what she have done, she ordered to have a head of design. She hosts a workshop at Sea. She have tagged that institute here. Okay, this is the most cheapest way of connecting with people. So what will happen, I'll tell you how it works. Let's say once you mention Let's Upgrade in your post now, people, anyone who is connected with Let's Upgrade, right? So people will start seeing your post. I'll give you one example. Let's say this Let's Upgrade is there. Okay, so now you can look at Let's Upgrade page. So Let's Upgrade page has 14K followers. So you can imagine when you tag Let's Upgrade and post anything, okay, on LinkedIn. So you can mention about your certificate. So just imagine those 14K people, relevant people will also, and the employees, everyone will start your like see like this person have posted, this person have liked. So this is the most cheapest and bare minimum way. Okay. Secondly, you should be posting on comments of the relevant people, because once you post on someone having 17K or 20K followers, right, so people connected with them start also seeing like this person posted, this person commented. Okay, and once let's say you posted something for let's say you did the certification with Let's Upgrade, right? Let's Upgrade will like your post. So again those 14 people will have this relevant information like this person liked. Okay, so automatically your profile will pop up to them. Okay, so that is the most easiest, like without spending any money you can grow and connect with people. Okay, experience right now, if you don't have any, it's okay, just keep it empty. Okay, you should be mentioning about your education, of course, but if you already have experience, mention that. Otherwise you can mention about your education. Skills is extremely important, because whatever skill, let's say you are someone who is have both the skills, technical, non-technical, everything you should be adding here. Okay, whatever skills you have, you should be adding that here. Okay, your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, Redux, backend technologies. Then after that, if you feel like you are into Tableau, if you are into analyst, if you are into let's say if your communication skill is good, mention everything here. Okay, then this is recommendation. So recommendation is team. Let's say I want to recommend. So recommend is when you're giving recommendation to others or someone have given recommendation to you. Okay, so that, but that comes later. Generally, you ask your colleagues or you generally ask your managers to give recommendation to you. Okay, right now you won't be having this part, so you can ignore this for now as a fresher. Okay, interest. Okay, so start following people who is relevant. Let's say you want to start whatever relevant, let's say you want to get a job into IT, so start connecting with the relevant people. I'll give you one small example how you should be growing with, or add a complete network of uh, talent acquisition. Okay, so you can just write talent acquisition groups, so you can join those. Okay, talent acquisition and HR network. See, so these are the HR networks you can join. Okay, once you join this group, okay, so all the HRs and talent acquisition recruitment teams would be there. Okay, or you are someone you want to specifically target one company. Let's say I want to target TCS. Okay, so what I will do, I will just say TCS, the company name, and HR. That's it. Okay, you will start seeing people here. Okay, and just start connecting with these people. Okay, so I'll just click here, so you can start connecting with people here. Okay, so or you can use keywords like HR, you can use keywords like acquisition. Like even today when I want to apply for any job, okay, this is what I use LinkedIn for every professional networking. So let's say I want talent acquisition, HR, recruitment. These are the main terminologies we generally use, and the company name. Okay. So once you mention it, let's say you can see TCS talent acquisition. Once you connect team, you can start messaging. You message them, you send a profile to them, and message like what message should be sent, right? Go ahead, use Chat GPT. Okay, that is where Chat GPT will help you. I'll give you a small example like message to recruiter as a fresher. That's it. You will get a proper message here. See, you will get the proper message here. So go ahead, use Chat GPT for these things. Okay. So once you have it, see, so this message you can just copy, and with this you can send your profile. So this is how you can, is like one way is you go to job section here and you apply for the job. So one way is you go to job section and apply for the jobs. That is a different story altogether. Okay, this the one, the way I'm saying is it's the most easiest way. You directly connect with the HR or acquisition and send your profile to them. So what you need to do is you need to do some research. You need to get the list of companies of your relevant field. Let's say you are into looking for IT, so you, let's say you want to get into Pune, right? So you get a list of 20-25 companies from Pune. You can just Google and you'll get it. Look for company name, talent acquisition, company name, HR, company name, recruiter. That's it. And you'll get the relevant people and start messaging them. Okay. Apart from this, you can go to job section also. Okay. Or I'll tell you a shortcut. Okay. Let's say I'll just search here. Let's say I'll just search here web developer. Any field. If you want to looking for job into any field, just write web developer. That's it. And from here, see, by default jobs will be selected, right? By default jobs will be selected. But here, if you select people, then you will get all the list of people who are web developers. So you can connect with them also. But for now, you can select jobs, right? So you'll get jobs here and start applying here. Okay, see here it's people, 100 people have applied. So how these? So now this company is not looking for looking at those 100 profiles, not at all. They're using ATS, okay, for shortlisting. Okay, and I've already discussed how you can optimize and create your resume. I'll be sharing the template with you all as well. Okay, so you can mention experience, you can mention. So I'll suggest you, like, generally, date posted, you should check hardly like past month, no, or not before that. Either check past week or past month, not before that. Okay, like no need to check for any time, because generally the any time would be like, see, 1400 results, right? So if you want to filter them, you can say past month. So you'll get results from the past month. See, the results reduced. Okay. If you want like past week, then you can select past week. So you'll see you have to sort and just check like 600. Okay. So that is what you can do. Let's say you want remote, you want to want like in-house, hybrid, remote, on-site. You can mention that. Okay. So see how easy it is to get like applying for the job. Either you go to job section in the LinkedIn, or you like search for the relevant position. Like even if you're looking for web developer, na, you have to come up with the keywords. Like if I'm looking for front end developer, na, I'll search for front end developer also, web developer, front end engineer. So I look for all those positions. That's extremely important. That is like a free hard work, but you're doing it for free, right? No, you don't have to pay for all these things. But that relevant keywords is the key here. That what keywords you're searching for with. Let's say if I'm looking for a backend developer, so I look for backend developer position also. I look for backend engineer position also. I look for full stack engineer positions also. Full stack developer. So those keywords you should know what. And again, ChatGPT helps you there. You can look for those keywords. Like I am into majorly into web dev, so I have experience like what keywords are there, right? But if you ask someone who is a fresher, go ahead, use ChatGPT for that. Okay, ChatGPT will help you out with that. You are looking for HR job, right? So you can look for HR talent acquisition jobs simply, and I would suggest go ahead and join the groups I showed you. Okay. So first of all, create LinkedIn profile. Whatever I showed you, you should be adding that fully. Like I showed you one profile from the cover photo till your interest. Complete all the boxes. Okay. Once that is done, you start growing your network, and posting is important. Like you can start posting about your certificate of Let's Upgrade. That is where you can start. Okay. Follow a Let's Upgrade page. You can actually, once you post, tag Let's Upgrade. So one whoever is connected with Let's Upgrade, they will also start seeing your profile. Okay. So that is how you can start. All right. Any questions so far? Does anyone have any question? Okay. So these are the main two things where LinkedIn helps you. Optimizing your profile, that is what you need to do there, and build your network. I just showed you how to build your network. Okay. And building relevant network is also important. It's not like you're from IT, you want a developer job, and you're building a network of management, or some cook. Cooks are also there, by the way. Like cook people who cook. Everyone is here from every field you have. You're building a network of civil engineers, right? You are looking for a job in IT. So don't do that. Keep like build a relevant network. Just looking, searching for those words, keywords I told you, HR, recruiter, talent acquisition, and start adding them. Okay. All right. Now, team, all these three things together. Okay, these three things are important. Resume I have discussed, LinkedIn have discussed, right? They will help you to the success to placement. Okay, that will make you a professional and success to placement. But next thing also comes as GitHub. Okay, GitHub. If you are a developer, GitHub is the most important thing. Okay, so now team, okay, Asya, you have a question. How may every recruiter will you just connect? You will see in today anyone who is active on LinkedIn, they will accept you. It's not Instagram or it's not Facebook where you will only add your known person to that network. No, LinkedIn is a professional and network, right? So everyone will accept your request. Even if you send request to someone who having 25K followers, now they will also accept it. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that part, that how to make recruiters. That is not your thing to be done. That is what recruiters would be doing. I'm saying that this platform is not like LinkedIn or Instagram where you will not like Facebook and Instagram where we only add the relevant ones or known ones. No, we should be doing it like this. Okay, Arjun, can sitting a bit. Definitely, Arjun. Guys, if you get a email address of recruiter, let's say one way is you add the people on the network, but then I showed you na, on the Nikita's profile, you can go and do contact info or contact info. If you're getting the email address, then go ahead, send the email. And email, what should be the email? ChatGPT will help you. All right. So team, that is exactly what I'm going to talk about in tomorrow's session is GitHub. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be discussing how to set up GitHub profile, how to push code. I'll be doing all that live in front of you. So that is exactly what we're going to talk about. Okay. Last part is task. Okay. That is extremely important. So what is your task for the day? Create a LinkedIn profile, start building your network and build your resume. Okay, these are the three things you should be doing before tomorrow's session. If you follow it up by the day three, 60% of your placement preparation would be done. Like LinkedIn profile is one of the part of your preparation only. Resume is one of the part of your preparation, and building your network will definitely help you. Okay, so these are the three takeaways or tasks you can do for today. Okay, guys, interview preparation resources, everything I'll be sharing tomorrow. Okay, today's topic was majorly LinkedIn and resume building, right? Tomorrow we'll dive into mock HR interview questions. Okay, so we'll be discussing that tomorrow. Okay, if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Okay, but I think that's that. I mean, I'm wrapping it like in a way that that's all from my side for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do give the feedback. Okay, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer those. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Guys, you will have access to the. This is live, right? So probably you'll find it on Let's Upgrade YouTube channel. Probably you'll get the recording there. Yes, Arjun, building your network, like I said, relevant network is also important. Okay. So let's say what you are looking for jobs, what will help you? You put that. Like, for example, on Instagram, I will always accept a profile, accept the request of anyone who is my known, right? I would never allow someone unknown. Similarly, on LinkedIn, you send request to anyone, everyone will accept. But now it's your responsibility that you add the network which is needed for you. For example, if you're into development, you should be adding developer, engineers, testing team, network plus the talent acquisition and HR. Talent acquisition HR is like a common one. This everyone needs. Okay. All right. All right. I think thank you, team. That is where I'm wrapping the session. Tomorrow we'll be connecting through Zoom where you can speak up also. Okay. And we'll be discussing about interview questions and the GitHub. Okay. All right. Nice talking to you all. Bye. And don't forget to mark your attendance. Okay. For the certificate. Thank you. Bye.